Okay, welcome to our channel. We're Away We Go. We make travel videos, but today we're going to be doing something different. So I want to introduce you to my brand new toy, our newest addition to our SUV build out. Okay, I do want to point out before I get started that this is not a sponsored video. I had to do a lot of convincing to convince my wife that this was a necessary purchase for our SUV build out. So I'm pretty proud of my convincing skills, and one of the selling points I use to convince her that I can potentially use this in the house if our power cuts out. So that's a possibility, but not completely practical for this device. There's multiple other devices that Ecoflow sells and other competitors sell that's good for house generator backups, but this by far is definitely not. But in a pinch, you could run your refrigerator for several hours. There's a couple of videos that I actually watched that are actually technical and give a lot of information. I'm going to link that in the description below. And also, never hesitate to look at the manufacturer's recommendations and their information, because that's where you're going to find all the details that you need to safely operate this unit. I wanted to focus on some practical use, and we'll be taking this thing out on a road trip probably for 3 to 4 weeks. And I wanted to see how this was going to fare up in a real practical situation. Definitely, I put a lot of research into, making this choice. The first reason is extreme charging. That's right, you can go to 0 to 80% within 1 hour. That's great for people who are in a pinch when you are out boondocking and you sleep overnight, you have your fans growing, you're running power to your refrigerator / freezer, and you wake up and you have to break camp and you leave immediately and you're 30% or 40% left on your power station. This bad boy would charge up within 1 hour 80% of its full capacity, and therefore you can just stop at Starbucks or any coffee shop, grab a cup of coffee and borrow some juice from them. That's right, borrow some juice from them, drink a cup of coffee, check a few emails, and be on about your way and have 80% charging. And if you drink enough coffee, potentially you'll get a full charge within 2 hours. So that is excellent for me. That was hands down probably the best feature. While on the topic of fast charging, keep in mind this has a UP. I want to spare you guys on the jargon, on the solar jargon, or all the technical jargon, because basically I don't have any. All right, I'm new to solar power, and quite frankly, all that jargon just puzzles me. So one of the great things is UP is uninterrupted power. I was calling it flow through charging, where you can actually have this thing plugged up like I have it now, and as you can see, it's charging with a great display for people who are not technical savvy or want to do the math and figure out how much charge is left, how much time until you run out of juice. This thing right here is letting you know. It's giving you the input of what you're bringing in and the output of what you're putting out at any given time, and giving you time remaining on this actual charge. So not only is it just giving you a lot of information, it's also giving you detailed information, unlike some of the competitors, which is another feature that actually brought me to this. The heads-up display is amazing. It's just giving you that assurance. When you don't know, you can just look at this and you can have the answers that you want, and you can make the right guesses or estimate, so you can stay charismatically or carefree while you're out camping and doing the things you love and not worrying about your perishables in your refrigerator and etc. So again, I want to reiterate, this is not going to be that technical video. I want to just give you a practical insight, and actually I was just doing this for me, just so I can see if I can run my fans overnight and not lose the food or my hummus, or not lose the food that I have in the refrigerator. So, and wake up with enough charge to put this onto the solar panel that I also purchased at the same time. So, okay, lastly, the third feature is the XBoost. The XBoost probably is something I personally wouldn't use unless I find myself in a pinch needing to run my home refrigerator, a full-size refrigerator or freezer. But what it does is it takes the power that you have and you pretty much triple it. You can run up to 1800 watts, and this allows you to run that continuously. It does that by lowering the amperage out to that device. So it wouldn't be safe for sensitive devices, but a large appliance, jackhammers. Just saw a guy on a video using I guess it was an electric jackhammer, which I didn't know they had those things, but all kind of stuff. When there's a big surge that needs to run a device and then it can trickle down and run safely with less juice, the XBoost would definitely help and allow you to run these items in a pinch. So it's a game changer. It definitely allows you to get past that fail safe and where the device would cut off if it goes past that amperage. Again, there's 3 guys, there's 2 videos. One guy that I really like goes into a lot of details and a lot of technical stuff. But again, I just definitely want to refer you back to the manufacturer manual and their website for the best information and a full list of all the items that this thing can actually safely run. But without further ado, I'm gonna get this wrapped up, start getting my fans turned on, and let this thing run overnight. Okay, so hopefully hope for a sunny day and continue the second part of this video. So I'm gonna get this started. I'm gonna go ahead and unplug this because I've been running the uninterrupted power. And as you can see, now my refrigerator is set this down to 14, which is going to be a pretty low point, close to under freezing. And I got a few items in there, some frozen blueberries, water. Okay, as you can see, as this is starting to kick in, it's giving you your output. Right now I have no input. It's at 100%. It's telling me right now that this is going to run for about 10 to 13 hours. But again, this motor on the refrigerator / freezer is cranked up. So it's trying right now to get down to that 14 degrees. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this timer, and I got a time lapse. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, sometime after a few hours, maybe 10 hours. All right, deuces, see you later. Okay, it's been overnight, and as you can see, we have 39% left. So this is for the scenario of running the fan and keeping the refrigerator going throughout the night in our boondocking situation. We have been running this for about 10 hours and probably won't sleep that long. I'm an early riser, and the eco mode on the refrigerator was set to 14, which should have frozen the water bottom. And maybe it did, maybe it did. So it did not, but it's definitely ice cold. The berries are still frozen. So that's pretty good. And so overall, I think it's success. Have plenty of time left to not charge it. In a scenario, if we was not going to stay at our boondocking site, we could pull off and probably, well, definitely 100% get back to full charge in about an hour and a half. So if our next stop is an hour or so later, we'll be fully charged. So the next video is going to be where we try to simulate overnight stay, waking up, staying at the boondock campsite, and continuously charging the refrigerator / freezer while recharging the Ecoflow with the solar panels. Today is kind of cloudy, so I don't think I'm going to do that second portion of the video today. I will give it a try and see how it works out, but for the most part, look forward. Please like and subscribe so you can catch that next video. I'm excited about having the Ecoflow Pro. Hands down, so far, I believe this is probably the most cost-effective and the most bang for your buck you could get on the market for these solar power generators. In my opinion, it's better than the big three. That's what I'm gonna call them without naming them. All right, deuces, catch you later.